Hello, my name is Terry Edmonds, and I am presenting my research proposal, Analyzing Employee Burnout, a Quantitative Study with Correlation and Regression Analysis. The study aims to analyze the relationships between these variables, particularly how employee burnout impacts job organizational satisfaction and organizational commitment. By understanding these relationships, the study can provide insights into how burnout affects key outcomes for employees and organizations. This is the table of contents of the topics that I will be covering. Job burnout is described as a psychological syndrome that emerges in response to chronic interpersonal stressors within the workplace, as noted by Maslach and Leader in 2016. It is characterized by overwhelming exhaustion, where individuals may feel drained and fatigued both physically and emotionally. Additionally, burnout is marked by feelings of cynicism and detachment from the job, leading individuals to become emotionally distant and disengaged. Moreover, a sense of ineffectiveness and lack of accomplishment often accompanies burnout, with individuals experiencing a diminished sense of personal achievement and competence in their work. These components together form a comprehensive understanding of burnout, emphasizing its multifaceted impact on individuals' well-being and job satisfaction. What are some warning signs of employee burnout? As Della Rosa wrote in her article in Work Life, burnout is an organizational problem, not an individual one. The four primary causes of burnout are feeling unable to execute your job successfully, inefficiency, a lack of acknowledgement, and an inability to provide your opinion. When leaders link their own performance to the well-being of their staff, significant transformation occurs. The reality is that we all work in some kind of setting. Della Rosa also states that burnout and job environment are very tightly related, almost like two sides of a different coin. The question for this study is, what is the relationship between employee burnout, job organizational satisfaction, and organizational commitment? The alternative hypothesis would assert that there is a significant relationship between employee burnout, job organizational satisfaction, and organizational commitment. There is a significant negative correlation between employee burnout and job organizational satisfaction. There is a significant negative correlation between employee burnout and organizational commitment. There is a significant positive correlation between job organizational satisfaction and organizational commitment. The null hypothesis for this relationship would state that there is no significant relationship between employee burnout, job organizational satisfaction, and organizational commitment. In other words, the variables are not correlated. There is no significant correlation between employee burnout and job organizational satisfaction. There is no significant correlation between employee burnout and organizational commitment. And there is no significant correlation between job organizational satisfaction and organizational commitment. The first piece of literature I have reviewed is The Effect of Job Security, Insecurity, and Burnout on Employee Organizational Commitment by Anna et al. Burnout is a pervasive issue that can have detrimental effects on both individual employees and their organizations. It can lead to decreased well-being, dissatisfaction, and disengagement among employees, resulting in lower productivity and motivation at work. Addressing burnout is essential for creating a positive work environment, as it can help enhance job satisfaction, improve organizational outcomes, and promote a healthier workplace culture. By addressing the factors contributing to burnout and implementing strategies to support employee well-being, organizations can foster a more engaged and productive workforce. The second piece of literature I have reviewed is Employee Engagement and Burnout, a quantitative study of the correlations with job organizational satisfaction by Burnout. Organizational commitment plays a significant role in mitigating burnout levels among employees. Those who feel secure in their jobs and are strongly committed to their organizations are less likely to experience burnout as they are motivated and supported. Conversely, job insecurity can heighten the risk of burnout, leading to increased stress and anxiety. Factors such as supportive leadership, clear communication, skill development opportunities, and a positive workplace culture can help lessen burnout by providing employees with the resources and support they need to thrive. Addressing issues like excessive workload, lack of autonomy, and toxic work environments is crucial in fostering a healthy workplace and reducing burnout, ultimately enhancing overall well-being and productivity within the organization. Correlation and regression analysis are statistical methods used to examine relationships between variables. Although they're related, they serve different purposes and provide distinct information about the relationships between variables. Correlation analysis measures the strength and direction of the linear relationship between two variables. Regression analysis is a method used to model the relationship between a dependent or response variable and one or more independent or predictor variables. By combining correlation and regression, the correlation analysis can help identify potential relationships between variables that may be worth exploring further with regression analysis. And regression analysis can quantify the strength of the relationships identified in correlation analysis and determine the specific effect of each independent variable on the dependent variable. Employee burnout is the independent variable in this study. It is considered the potential cause or influence on the dependent variables, which is job organizational satisfaction and organizational commitment. This variable measures the level of exhaustion, detachment, and diminished efficacy experienced by employees in the workplace. Job organizational satisfaction is a dependent variable in this study. It is influenced by the levels of employee burnout and reflects the degree of contentment an employee feels with their job and workplace environment. It is measured by assessing various aspects of an employee's job experience. Organizational commitment is another dependent variable in this study. It is influenced by the levels of employee burnout and measures an employee's emotional attachment and identification with their organization. It can be assessed through different aspects of commitment, such as effective continuance and normative commitment. Recruiting participants for a study on employee burnout, job satisfaction, and organizational commitment requires thoughtful planning to ensure a representative and diverse sample. Effective strategies include collaboration with organizations, online surveys, social media, email campaigns, professional associations, snowball sampling, incentives, workplace flyers and announcements, recruitment through HR departments, and ethical considerations. All participants will be provided informed consent. The participants are informed of the study's purpose, procedures, and potential risks before consenting to participate. Their privacy and confidentiality at all stages of the study will be respected. They will also be allowed to withdraw at any time. Studying employee burnout involves understanding its causes, effects, and potential interventions. Here are some methods commonly used in research and organizational studies to study employee burnout. organizational surveys and questionnaires, which are the most common, qualitative interviews, focus groups, observational studies, and a mixed methods approach. Here's what we are looking for. For demographics, we're looking for the breakdown of participant characteristics such as age, gender, and industry. The burnout levels among participants would be low, moderate, or high. And then we want the factors contributing to burnout, which would be the analysis of factors including workload, job security, organizational culture. And then comparison of burnout levels across different departments or teams within the company. And then, of course, the impact on performance is the examination of how burnout affects employee performance and productivity. And then we have recommendations for mitigating burnout and promoting employee well-being. For the hypothetical findings, a study on burnout found that 45% of surveyed employees reported moderate to high levels of burnout. Gender differences showed females at 47% and males at 42%. Burnout was highest among employees aged 25 to 34, 50%, and decreased with age. Frontline staff had the highest burnout rates, 52%, followed by middle management at 48% and senior management at 39%. Working over 50 hours per week increased burnout likelihood. Employees perceived high organizational support had lower burnout rates, 38%, compared to those feeling unsupported, 58%. These results stress the need for targeted interventions to address burnout in the workplace. The changing work environment due to technological advancements, globalization, and societal norms presents challenges that can affect employee well-being, calling for continuous research to understand these impacts. While known risk factors like workload and lack of control contribute to burnout, identifying new risk and protective factors is essential. Customized interventions based on in-depth research are necessary for effective burnout prevention. Assessing intervention effectiveness guides organizational policies and efforts to understand the costs of burnout and foster healthier work environments are crucial. Emerging trends such as remote work require proactive research to anticipate and address potential burnout challenges. Dispelling misconceptions and stigma around burnout is vital, as is investigating leadership styles, technology impacts, and specific profession-related stressors in preventing burnout and supporting employee well-being. And in conclusion, employee burnout is a growing issue for individuals, corporations, and society, and burnout can cause exhaustion throughout the day, not only during work hours. In fact, many people wake up thinking about work due to exhaustion. This study proposal describes a thorough method for looking at employee burnout that combines behavioral observations, qualitative interviews, and quantitative surveys in order to promote healthier and more productive work environments. This study intends to make a significant contribution to the fields of organizational psychology and human resource management by analyzing the causes, impacts, and potential treatments. These are the references that I used for this presentation. Thank you for viewing my video presentation.